want free people who of course respect rules and respect the system, but can develop the way they want. And I think liberalism always sticks or says the governments have to look for those who cannot look for themselves. Actually, that's what we are just talking about. That's why we have this manifesto process. Of course, we want liberals to grow. We are absolutely convinced our conviction is the right one, our approach is the right one, and that's why we have a manifesto, and we try to find out what combines us, what do we really look for. For example, we want to make the EU still bigger, still more standing together. We want to have a common migration policy that's very important for us. We want to have a red tape, that means less bureaucracy. That's another liberal point, liberal approach. We always want to see that human rights and freedom of press and so on is really regarded at and taken into account everywhere in the world, and especially in Europe as well. And of course we want to have opportunities to develop markets for startups, and that's why we need rules, but not too many. We need really innovation. We are in favor of research. That's another very important thing. And we want really to have rules. Well, it's actually about the same as ALDE. Well, in some versions we differentiate a little bit. For example, it's always a question of how many rules we want. That's one thing. FDP is maybe not more strict than the average of ALDE if it comes to red tape or other things. And another thing that is discussed, you know, in the public, we like what Macron is looking for. He says deepening before enlargement process. That's what we absolutely can underline. And he is looking for a common defense policy. That's what we absolutely underline. Migration policy. That's what we absolutely underline. But the way he wants to have an own finance budget and ministers, that's something FDP doesn't like that much. It's not that we couldn't find a solution, but that's why we always say one has to stick to the rules and one has to look for stability. We have criteria and they have to be taken into account, and it's more sticking to the rules than inventing new instruments, so to say. That's more our approach. I think it's very important that we point out that we are the party of chances. We want to deliver chances for people to develop. We want that everybody has the possibility, everybody in Europe, to develop his or her talents in a way of education that's good and enables progress and so on, and that people can live their life as they want and find a solution and find a way of living that really that it fits to their purpose, and that is really enabling a good life for everybody instead of making stricter rules and in order to govern people. So we want free people who of course respect rules and respect the system, but can develop the way they want. And I think liberalism always sticks or says the governments have to look for those who cannot look for themselves. But the rest should have as much freedom as possible to just have fun, have a good life. And that's maybe the main message for people.